Okay, well, listen to this. Chef Jack Kutsia of Urbanology restaurant in the Joburg CBD feels that most food served to the public is unsustainable. Now, we transport fish and meat thousands of kilometers for the sake of demand. Convenience means menus don't change and makes enough of micro seasons where products are fresh and at their peak. Now, Jack felt that this restaurant of his was part of the problem until he decided to offer a solution.
Jack.
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 As the bridge between produce and consumer, chefs have the potent ability to influence habits. With this in mind, Chef Kutsia settled on a plan to not only source his produce sustainably, but to post social media campaigns for every one of his new locally sourced ingredients.
Jack, it's so great to finally meet the chef that's promoting eco-friendly cooking. Now, Project 150 is a culinary initiative that's aimed at sourcing all ingredients except for spices within a 150-kilometer radius of the restaurant. How was this project born?
It came about through sustainability and sourcing. So it's a lot of it restaurants do by themselves. So they source the restaurants and they try and be as responsible as possible. But at Urbanology, we wanted to take one step further, and we wanted to get it into people's minds where they're eating the food from, like who's making the food, who's supporting the communities, and just to try and drive the money back into the communities in Joburg.
One would think that you'd be very limited sourcing your ingredients within a 150-kilometer radius from your restaurant. How true is this?
Some of it's a little bit restrictive, but I had to change my mind, and the guys in the kitchen, I worked with two sous chefs, so we come up with a menu, and we have to change our mindset from what we can't get to what we have and what we have to work with, and what can we do and how can we manipulate it to get what we want. So it's been really cool for us because it forces us to be very creative and do things differently.
So talking about creativity, we are going to be making a creative meal today, right? And we're here to source the ingredients for that meal. So are you going to guide me through that process?
Yes, yeah, that's great. Let's get some bags from Tang and then we can get going.
Cool, let's do that.
Sweet.
All ingredients except spices are sourced within 150 kilometers. Jack also uses a nose-to-tail and root-to-tip approach to meat, fish and vegetables. There are no primary cuts or offcuts. All are useful, as is every piece of vegetable he serves to consumers.
Jack, why would you say that it's important for you as a chef to prepare your food ethically?
I feel that chefs have a responsibility because they show people how to use ingredients and how to cook things, and we have to look after what we popularize and how we use things. And food waste is a big problem at the moment.
Would you say that food sustainability is not only important to you, but you want to inspire other chefs to really think about how they prepare their food and how they source their ingredients?
Absolutely, 100%. It's for the amount that we're using in the restaurant, it's still a very small project, but it sort of gets the ball rolling, gets people thinking and adopting that, and using the information that I've gathered and the sources that I've gathered and the farmers that I've spoken to, the supply chains that I'm starting to establish, and then once we get more and more restaurants using it, then I think in the future, if we get half of Joburg using it in 2 years, that's when we will see the real effects of it. It's a very interesting time for the food scene in Joburg. I've been here about 2.5 years and I've seen a big difference in how experimental the people are, and so I think it's just time for somebody to show some direction and create something that people in Joburg can be proud of, that's unique to us. Right, here we go.
Thank you very much, Jack.
Okay. Madumbi risotto and some wild mushrooms that are grown in a tame environment.
All right, so should I have a taste of this?
Yeah.
This has to be one of the best tasting risottos I've ever had, and the epitome of conscious living while embracing our local produce. Who knows, Joburg might just be the food hub of Africa we've all been waiting for.